It feels like our online privacy is shrinking every single year, right? That's why picking the right digital shield for yourself in 2026 is, well, it's more critical than ever. In this explainer, we're going to arm you with everything you need to know to make the absolute best choice.
And look, that's a serious question. And the answer, more and more, is yes. Every year, we just seem to lose a little more control over our personal data. It's making tools like a VPN not just some tech-savvy luxury, but a totally essential part of our digital lives. They're pretty much our frontline defense in the fight to take back our own privacy.
The thing is, the market is so crowded. It's tough to know where to even start. So today, we are cutting right through all that noise. We're putting 4 of the biggest names in the VPN industry head-to-head to help you find the perfect fit for your needs. And here they are, our contenders for the crown. First up, we have NordVPN, the one you've probably heard of, the market leader known for its insane speed. Then you've got Surfshark, who we're calling the value champion because it packs a ton of features at a great price. In this corner, Proton VPN, the privacy guardian, celebrated for its transparency and security. And finally, CyberGhost, the reliable veteran of the group with a long and trusted history.
So, here's how we're going to do this. We're putting them through a 5-round gauntlet. We'll kick things off with a security and privacy showdown. Then we'll test their speed, see how they really handle streaming and torrenting, compare what you get for your money, and then we'll deliver the final verdict. Let's get started.
First up, and this is probably the most important round of all, security and privacy. I mean, this is the entire reason a VPN even exists, right? So let's see how our contenders really stack up where it counts the most.
Okay, so let's talk about the absolute cornerstone of any trustworthy VPN, its no-logs policy. This is basically a promise, and a promise that needs to be verified by outside experts, that the provider keeps absolutely no records of what you do online. Seriously, without this, a VPN is pretty much worthless.
As you can see when we lay it all out, there are some really key differences. First up, jurisdiction. Basically, where the company is based. And this matters. NordVPN, Proton, and CyberGhost are all in privacy-friendly countries. Now, Surfshark is in the Netherlands, which is part of an intelligence sharing alliance, but its rock-solid, verified no-logs policy really helps cancel out that risk. Next, audits. NordVPN is the clear winner here with 5 independent audits. Now, what about the servers themselves? Most of them use RAM-only servers, which is great because it means all data is wiped clean every time they reboot. You'll notice Proton VPN is a bit different. They use full disk encryption, which is just as secure, just a different method. And finally, and this is absolutely crucial, they all have a kill switch. Think of it like a safety net that cuts your internet if the VPN ever drops, so you're never exposed.
And this right here really shows you the different philosophies at play. On one side, you have the innovators like NordVPN and Proton VPN. They're developing their own custom protocols like NordLynx for blistering speed or Stealth to completely hide the fact you're even using a VPN. On the other side, you've got the traditionalists, Surfshark and CyberGhost, who stick to the reliable, industry-standard protocols that have been proven over time. Both are perfectly valid approaches, but it definitely shows you who's really trying to push the envelope.
All that talk about innovation leads us perfectly into round 2, the need for speed. Because let's be real, whether you're streaming, gaming, or just browsing, a slow VPN is an absolute deal breaker. Performance is everything.
And wow, the results here are pretty darn clear. It's really no surprise, thanks in large part to that custom NordLynx protocol we just mentioned, that NordVPN consistently comes out on top as the fastest provider out there. As the chart shows, Surfshark is hot on his heels, delivering really excellent performance. CyberGhost, while totally reliable, does tend to lag a bit behind the others in just raw speed.
Now, a bigger network can mean a better connection, and here we see a bit of a split. NordVPN and Proton VPN offer a massive global footprint with servers in over 120 countries, which is just incredible. Surfshark and CyberGhost aren't slouches either, with a still very impressive 100 countries each.
I absolutely love this quote. NordVPN recently decided to stop advertising their total number of servers, and their reasoning is fascinating. They basically said it's become a meaningless marketing gimmick. They argue, and their speed tests seem to prove it, that the quality of the servers and the infrastructure behind them is what really matters for performance, not just having the highest number. It's a pretty bold and refreshing shift in focus.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's put these VPNs to a proper, real-world test. How do they actually handle the things we all use them for, like unblocking streaming libraries and sharing files securely?
Okay, first off, all 4 of these are fantastic for streaming. Let's just get that out of the way. But a couple of them do have some dedicated features. CyberGhost, for example, offers servers that are specifically optimized for certain streaming platforms, which can be super handy. NordVPN has a neat feature called SmartPlay for a really seamless and secure experience. But honestly, even without any special bells and whistles, Surfshark and Proton VPN work perfectly fine for unblocking content.
But when we're talking about torrenting, well, there's a really clear winner here, Proton VPN. Its hardcore focus on privacy, combined with that stealth protocol we mentioned, and a feature called port forwarding, which can seriously boost your P2P speeds, makes it the undeniable champion for secure file sharing. No contest.
Okay, so we've hit security, we've hit speed, and we've talked about real-world use. Now for the final round of our comparison. What extra value are you actually getting for your money? Let's dive into the price, the plans, and all the perks.
So, NordVPN is really trying to be more than just a VPN. They're aiming to be your all-in-one security suite. Even on their basic plan, you get threat protection, which is great for blocking ads and trackers. And as you move up their plans, you get access to their entire ecosystem, including their NordPass password manager and NordLocker encrypted cloud storage. It's a really comprehensive package.
Surfshark's game is all about one thing: incredible value. Their biggest feature has to be the Surfshark One bundle, which includes a real, honest-to-goodness, independently certified antivirus. That's a huge deal in this space. Throw in a great ad blocker and the fact that you can use it on unlimited devices, and the value you're getting is just off the charts.
Much like Nord, Proton is building out a complete privacy ecosystem. Their totally unique secure core servers add what I can only describe as Fort Knox-level security. It routes your traffic through multiple, ultra-secure servers before it even goes to its final destination. Plus, subscribers get access to their whole suite of services like Proton Mail and Drive. It's basically a one-stop shop for anyone trying to de-Google their life.
And then there's CyberGhost, who just keeps things refreshingly simple and effective. It doesn't try to be a dozen different products in one. Its main perk is a feature they call Block Content, and it's just a no-fuss, built-in ad and tracker blocker that works really well. It's for the person who just wants a reliable VPN without all the extra complexity.
All right, the gauntlet is officially complete. We have seen the strengths, the weaknesses, the good, the bad, and the speedy. Now it is time for the final verdict to help you figure out which of these digital shields is the right one for you.
So, how do you choose? Here's the final breakdown, matched to what you might be looking for. If you just want the absolute best performance, the fastest speeds, and a ton of powerful features, NordVPN is your all-arounder. If you're on a budget but you still want things like an antivirus and protection for every single device you own, Surfshark's value is unbeatable. For the true privacy purist or the serious torrenter, Proton VPN is the ultimate choice, hands down. And for anyone who just wants a simple, affordable, and trustworthy VPN that just works, CyberGhost is your reliable veteran.
Look, at the end of the day, the right choice really just comes down to what matters most to you. All 4 of these are fantastic options, but they're definitely built for slightly different people. We've laid out all the facts and the features for you. So, with your privacy on the line, the only question left is, which shield